Hello everybody! In this episode I'm going to go through the CSS outline. So basically an outline is a line that is drawn outside of the element's border. Let me give you an example. I'm gonna make an H1 element. Alright, and I'm gonna type in CSS outlines. Alright. Now let's go to our style sheet and take the H1 element, and first of all I'm going to add a regular border. So border 2 pixels solid black. So that is the border property. Now I'm gonna add a comment down here, and I'm gonna write the CSS outline properties. And there we go. These are the properties that we can use with CSS outline. So yeah, I'm gonna show you an example. Let's use the H1 element, and I'm gonna add an outline of, let's say, orange solid 10 pixels. And now you can see that there's some orange kind of a border, except it's not the border, it's an outline. So outline is kind of similar to borders, but it's not a border. So it's basically this 10 pixels thick line that is drawn outside of the element. If we go to Google Chrome, click the inspect, and I'm gonna select this element. This is what it looks like in the DevTools. So the outline is not included in here. The outline is something completely else. It's not a it's not a part of the CSS box model. So it's not visible here. It's basically just something that exists outside of the element. Alright, I'm gonna add the margin to be auto. There we go. Padding of 20 pixels and text align center. There we go. And now let's take a look at this. So let's right click, inspect, in DevTools, select this element, go to the Computed tab, and this is the content, this is the padding, this is the border, and there's no margin because the margin is set to auto. But yeah, the outline is still there. So the outline is often used to make the element stand out. And outline is very different from borders. I mean, not very different, but it differs from borders. So unlike border, the outline is drawn outside of the element's borders, and it may overlap with other content on the page or other elements. Also, the outline is not a part of the element's dimensions. The element's total width and height are not affected by the width of the outline. And the CSS outlines, they have the same styles as the borders, so I'm gonna write them in. So here they are: dotted, dashed, solid, double, groove, rich, inset, outset, none, and hidden. And here are the definitions. Alright, I'm going to make some paragraphs and give you an example of all of these. Here we go, I got the paragraphs in here right now. Then I'm gonna go to the style sheet and I'm gonna take the paragraph, or actually just the class dotted, and I'm gonna add an outline style of dotted. And there we can see the outline. I'm gonna select the paragraphs element to make the color a little bit different. So outline dash color, let's make it to be pink. That's not very visible. What about light something, light green? Okay, that's not very visible either, but we can fix it. Let's go and select the body element and make the background color to be gray. Alright, now the outline is very visible. Okay, then I'm gonna take the dashed class and make the outline style dashed. Alright, then I'm gonna take the solid and outline style solid. Then I'm going to take the double and outline style will be double. Alright, then I'm gonna go ahead and take the groove and outline style will be groove, and rich outline style will be rich. Inset outline style inset, there we go. And then there's the outset outline style outset. So there we go, we can see little differences in all of these. So yeah, these are the styles that you can use. They look a lot like borders, but they are not. And an important thing to note is that none of the outline properties will work unless the outline style is defined. So this is something to keep in mind. Okay, to make this file a little bit more simple, I am going to remove these except for the dotted outline. And we also have the property outline width. So outline dash width, we can set it to be thin, we can set it to be medium or thick, or we can give it a specific size like 10 pixels. And that's pretty much. Let's stick with 2 pixels. So yeah, that's the outline width property. Also, we have defined the outline color for all the paragraphs here, but we can set another outline color over here, for example red. And because, well, there's a couple reasons. Because this is written after this, it will be red. This is the style that will be selected. And the second reason is the selector specificity. So the paragraph element selects all paragraphs, but with the class selector, the class dotted, that is more precise than just selecting all the paragraphs. So that's the second reason why the outline color red will be the one that is used on the website. Then we have the outline shorthand property. So we can simply Instead of using all this, we can simply say outline colon. Let's say that we are going to be using the 2 pixels dashed red. So now we have an outline that is 2 pixels thick, uses the dashed style, and is red in color. So this is the shorthand property. The only thing that is required is the outline style. So for example, dotted. The original color will be black, or the default color. And if you want to, you can set the width and the color. Let's say pink. There we go. Then, last but not least, I am going to take the outline offset property. So basically the outline offset adds some space between an outline and the edge or the border of an element. And the space between an element and its outline will be transparent. And I'm gonna give you an example. So, first of all, let's add some margin of 30 pixels here. I'm also going to remove these from here, so we only have that one. And then I'm gonna make a border of 2 pixels solid black. I'm gonna add an outline of 2 pixels solid red. I'm gonna make these 4 pixels so it's even more clear to see what's going on. Or maybe even 6 pixels or 7. Alright, there we go. So we have a black border and a red outline. Now with the outline offset, outline dash offset, if we set it to be, for example, 10 pixels, you can see what happened. The red outline will be 10 pixels away from this element. And unlike the borders, for example, usually these elements can be styled with 4 different values. The first one will be top, then right, bottom and left. For example, 10 pixels on the top, 20 pixels on the right, 30 pixels on the bottom and 40 pixels on the left. But this does not work on outline offset. So you have only, you can only put one value over here. Anyways, that's going to be it for the outlines in CSS. It's a pretty simple topic and easy to learn. And I hope you guys learned something new today. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I wish happy learning to everyone. See you later and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.